みなさんこんにちは。今回はレッドグローブニュースが行ったラモン・カルデナス選手とムロジョ・アフマダリエフ選手のトレーナージョエル・ディアス氏へのインタビューを翻訳しました。それでは見ていきましょう。
How do you control the guy? You said earlier that Cardenas has that chip on his shoulder. How do you control that chip so he doesn't get caught early?
Look, just keeping him focused and keep repeating to him what his flaws are. You know, Ramon gets a little bit careless in there, you know. He has so much confidence in himself. He's a very confident fighter. He gets in there and sometimes, you know, he's comfortable in the ring, and that's what I don't want. I don't want him to be comfortable. I have to keep repeating to him, hey, don't get too comfortable in there. You know, be smart, good defense, and good offense. He has a lot of power. And when he unloads his punches, he uses so much force that sometimes I tell him, hey, you can't use so much force. Sometimes try to give me a little bit of volume and apply power in between. But
こちらは4月29日にアゲインスト・ザ・ロープポッドキャストによって投稿された映像ですが、いつ撮影されたものなのかは分かりません。しかし、カルデナス選手の練習の一部を見ることができます。力強いパンチでボディを狙っていますね。この映像を見る限り、プレッシャーをかけられる場面と自分からプレッシャーをかける場面の両方を想定して練習しているようです。プレッシャーをかけられた時はブロックしながら相手の打ち終わりを狙い、打ったらすぐに場所を変えています。逆に自分からプレッシャーをかけるときはディアス氏がいるようにコンビネーションで攻撃を組み立てています。ミット打ちとボディプロテクターを使ったトレーニングの間にインターバルはなく、高い心拍数を保ったまま練習が続きます。
You know, he has changed a lot. I changed him a lot for this camp based on Inoue's style. You know, in order to beat Inoue, let's say for example, I told him, if you can't beat him, if you can't knock him out, you have to beat him with volume because he's consistent. Inoue is like consistently throwing punches. He's busy. So what I want you to do is you have to match the volume, but you got to be very effective. And we worked on a lot of different things. You know, you work for plan A, plan B, and sometimes plan C because sometimes one plan don't work, so you have to make adjustments.
We saw Inoue versus Nery get dropped. We saw him receive some punches. There were some openings there. The broadcasters talk about some habitual things from Inoue that maybe a guy can take advantage of. How much have you spoken to Cardenas?
I can tell you this. We watched videos of that fight, of that particular fight, and I mean, look, Nery wasn't at his best. He wasn't like undefeated because remember, I trained Figueroa for that fight. Remember, I beat Nery with Figueroa when he lost to Figueroa.
ジョエル・ディアス氏はティモシー・ブラッドリーをデビュー時から指導し、WBC スーパーライト級、WBO スーパーライト級、WBO ウェルター級の世界タイトルを獲得させ、通算5度の世界王座獲得に導いた実績で知られています。他にも、ブランドン・フィゲロアの兄であるオマール・フィゲロアや、ウスラン・プロボドニコフ、そして一時的ながらカネロ・アルバレス戦時のディミトリー・ビボルを指導した経験もあります。現在は、イスラエル・マドリモフ、ムロジョ・アフマダリエフ、オタベク・ホルマトフらを指導しており、数多くの世界戦で勝利を収めてきた実績を持ちます。この名トレーナーが井上選手をどのように分析し、どういう作戦をカルデナス選手に与えるのか、非常に興味深いです。
So Nery is a fighter that, based on his lifestyle, training in Tijuana and stuff, he's not one of the most disciplined fighters there is. Believe me, he's a fighter that always has problems with the weight, and he always loses the weight at the end, like in the last minute. So by him getting dropped by a Nery, it gives me a lot of hopes because this guy doesn't drink, very disciplined. He's walking already on weight that he can make weight by the next fight tomorrow if he wants. Healthy, eating really good, and I can tell you this guy hits really hard. A lot of things can change, and a lot of things are going to change right after the first exchange. When they meet and they exchange punches, things are going to change. I know my fighter is going to change as well. He's going to change his plan due to the good attributes that Inoue has, you know. So that's what I mean. Both fighters have a lot of talent. They both have a lot of power. So it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a chess game. And the smartest fighter is going to overcome the other one.
What's the situation with M.J. Akhmadaliev, coach? Is he next after this fight?
Look, the situation with Akhmadaliev,
yes,
it's a sad one.
Okay.
It's a very sad one because he's not Latino, he's not Mexican. He's Uzbek.
They can't promote him.
He's Uzbek. Let's be realistic. I mean, they're some of the greatest fighters in the world. But, I mean,
he's not going to sell.
As a fan, there's no business for them.
Okay.
I mean, if you fight Akhmadaliev with Inoue, Akhmadaliev beats Inoue, what is there for Akhmadaliev? He's not a Mexican. He's not a Canelo Alvarez. He's not Puerto Rican. He's not Mexican. So what kind of business is there for him? Unfortunately, that's the sad part, you know. And I said it last year. That's the reason why I said Ramón will get the opportunity before Inoue because he's Mexican.
Thank you, coach.
Muy contento, la verdad, estoy muy motivado porque quiero dar una gran noche para toda mi gente y todo el público y pues un sueño, ¿no? Pelear en el T-Mobile, estamos a nada y la verdad muy contento.
I'm very happy. I'm very motivated. It's an important date. So I'm motivated to give a great night to the